What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. There was a time the word anxiety wasn't part of everyday vernacular. Now it seems like everyone has anxiety. It's almost synonymous with human life. Who doesn't have anxiety, I guess? We're all in an anxious state, worried, stressed, shallow-breathed, for various reasons. But if I had to try and define anxiety, I would either borrow Hormozy's definition, where he says, anxiety is having too many options and not making any, and sadness is not having enough options. You solve sadness with information and skills. You solve anxiety by making a decision. I also like David Allen's description of anxiety or stress. He says, anxiety is when you have the same thought twice without having made any progress on that thought. So if you had to send an email and you forget and you think about it again later, it will send a bit of cortisol in your blood, a bit of stress. And anxiety then is not having acted fast enough or efficiently enough that it becomes the signal for something left undone. With those understandings, I asked myself, how have I tried to manage my anxiety? And I'm just going to give you the answer right up front here. There's only two options. Either you do something about it as fast as you can, whether that's to actually do the thing or delegate the thing so you have it managed at least, or won't be reminded of it at a random time by your thoughts. And the other option is to delete it, to abandon it altogether, to remove it from your set of expectations that you have for yourself. So you either do it or you decide it's okay to have it left undone. The only issue that can creep in is when the reason you leave it undone isn't well thought out. If it's because of laziness or fear that the task is bigger than you. So then while you might remove it from your plate now, it might still come back to haunt you. These are the only two remedies I have found to deal with anxiety. And it's very tempting to remove all expectations from myself. It feels liberating even, freeing. But many times, the abandoning of those expectations is in direct conflict with one of my goals or aspirations or dreams or a way that I want to see myself in the future. And so the abandoning of those things might feel good in the moment, but it tends to amplify the anxiety I will feel later. And that can become its own self-reinforcing downward spiral, because that amplified anxiety will be even harder to manage and even more tempting to want to escape and abandon from, which means I might again put off the expectations that heightened anxiety comes with to put on me. And if I escape that, then when it comes back again, because I can't fully settle it away because it is in direct conflict with something I actually do expect from myself, something I can't actually abandon fully, then it does come back even more amplified and even more crushing and even more tempting to escape from. The only way to break that loop is to act upon it and to do what I have been putting off, to face the monster, and then it shrinks. There's some things worth deleting though. Expectations you put on yourself not worth keeping. Some things are in conflict in a different way. They actually don't support your goals. They deter them. They take you down a different path, an incompatible path, a different life altogether. Not good or bad, just different. Incompatible. But they still linger in the back of your mind as a quiet, silent expectation weighing you down. And they're better settled by accepting that they are not actually part of the life that we want. Abandon all those expectations of self. Accept the abandoning of them. And then the anxiety eases. And other things are actually worth resolving the anxiety about by doing what they're urging us to do. There really is no escape from them. You will feel a nagging, dull ache at all times. The anxiety will become a part of you as it watches you stray from all the promises you hold, all the possibilities you hold, all the potential you hold. There's no escaping the parts of you that know you aren't living up to them, and that you are leaving a bunch of things undone and unfinished. And if you can't settle those things away, if they're being abandoned is in direct conflict with what you do expect from yourself, even a small part of yourself, then the anxiety is being brewed and on the menu. Sometimes I foolishly think I can abandon everything, that I can just be content with what I have. And if I could really believe that wholeheartedly, then I wouldn't have the anxiety about it. But because I can't get myself to believe it fully, I can't get myself to abandon it fully, then the sooner I accept what I expect, then the sooner I can do something about it. Only two paths to less anxiety. The right one is the one that lets you live. I love you, family. Stay true always. I'll see you on the next show.